So I'm playing Supremacy mode, and unfortunately we had to play this mode now because we have to complete missions, and sometimes you just can't avoid Supremacy games. But what's amazing is that still many people just don't understand how to play the Supremacy mode. You can't allow yourself to sit at the base. You should try to capture as much bases as possible. So though I'm alone and I'm kind of YOLOing, I think I'm doing the right thing, because by capturing this base, I'm earning points for my team. Yes, it's it requires some balls to sit at the base while several tanks go at you, but now I've captured this base and I'm running away because I'm outnumbered. I probably will take a shot or two in the back, but the point is that now I spotted the enemy team. I made them move and recapture my base, while my allies already captured two bases. And they basically lost their edge because they were sitting at the spawn for too long. That you can't play Supremacy game like this. If you will be sitting and staying back and playing it as usual game, you will be losing, because you will be losing on points. And though we lost C, we are still holding A and B, because my move probably allowed my team to capture those bases without much resistance. Now I'm staying with FV because I'm trying to save it from being overrun, because I know that this wave of medium tanks now will wrap around and they will start coming to the ship from that side, and FV alone won't hold that wave well enough. So I'm staying behind the turret of the ship and I'm trying to angle my tank, and I don't want to expose much of my back because I am aware that E100 is behind, but fortunately this guy doesn't look in my direction because he's pretty much occupied with tanks on that side. I don't know where FV gone at this point, because I mean, those mediums are right in front of FV and it could have a great shot right here, but somehow the tank just ran away and he actually ended doing 0 damage. But the point of this video is that you see we just captured the bases and won. Don't play passively. In Supremacy mode you have to move early and you must capture bases as soon as possible to build that advantage. Now here is another game. It's a bit older one, but still I'm not I'm not playing well in this game, so it's more about capturing bases by other players. And look what happens. We all went to the left side, and I expect them to go to the C, and I'm trying to set up an ambush. So we have light tank which is spotting, and I'm trying to support him. So probably we should be able to kill someone who pops up behind that bush. So we are waiting, but someone smart on our team started to capture base B, which is exactly the right thing to do. So we are holding that flank, and base B becomes ours. At this point I realized that we are probably down one tank, because that light tank, or whoever is capturing the bases, is not participating in the fight, so I should be a bit more conservative. I'm still taking damage, but I'm just trying to distract them from the main direction. And though they moved to the center, I mean red tanks, they are still not trying to capture C base, which I believe is a mistake. And look, we have captured base A, and now we lead on capture points. And this is very important, because now the only thing that you have to do is basically to stay alive. And this gives you a tremendous advantage, especially if you are driving a fast tank and remaining enemy tanks are slow tanks, because you could just run away from them and win just by staying alive. So I'm playing a bit conservative because I fear that I would be flanked. So I'm just trying to hold the central location and have pops in front of me. I'm not trying to commit. But at this point, I'm thinking that I have to kill those tanks, which are one-shots basically. I'm still risking being hit at the back, in the back, but it seems to be working. No one's shooting at me. And look, we were down 3 tanks, I believe, and now we were able to even out the scores. But the most important thing is that we significantly lead on capture points, which means that the only thing that we have to do at this point is to just stay alive. And so they have more hit points, and in a normal game they probably would win, or it could be a draw. In Supremacy mode it's not the case, because someone on our team was able to create this big advantage in capture points. We were able to win, though we have less health, and we are in the worst shape as a team. But still, we win by capturing all the bases, and those heavy tanks are just driving around. So that's a couple of tips about Supremacy mode. Just look at the capture points, try to capture bases, don't play passively. And that's it for today.